For people who may not know or remember, in 1992, there was a very significant and very heavy confrontation between Mohawk Ziganasatake and the Canadian Army.
Having been to Oka and having been behind the Army lines and at the farmhouse and seeing what was happening and seeing the warriors being arrested and taken to jail, it was like we were all taken to jail. And so we said, what are we doing here? You know, this is law school. They should be doing something. They're a law institution. Then we said, well, what are we doing? What are we doing? If we want other people to do things, we got to do things too. And so we said, well, we'll come up with a plan to make things better here while we're here, and to make things better for other students, but also to try and make things better for Indigenous people.
I think it's great that it's at Osgoode Hall Law School, and it was, when it started, there was no way that any other law school could have done this program. The first directors were John Burroughs and I, and John's vision was to create a new generation of lawyers, because in order to have a practice in Aboriginal law or with Indigenous communities, it wasn't just that you had to know the black letter law, you had to practice differently, you had to have a different attitude to what you were doing, and so that is what's encapsulated in the Aboriginal Intensive. Ever since the beginning, the Aboriginal Intensive was structured as a rigorous academic program, and so we start with 2 weeks of academic work at Osgoode. We will pay for students to come in from all across Canada to attend. Students then have 7 weeks placement with the organization, and then they'll come back for 2 weeks to give a 2-hour seminar and also write an academic paper at the end of it. We have placements that cover the type of work there is. So it could be working with an Inuit organization in Iqaluit. It could be working with the British Columbia Aboriginal Relations Department. It could be working with the tribal court in New Mexico, with the Maya Leaders Alliance in southern Belize. It covers the gamut.
As a small organization, and the Maya people in general, we don't have the capacity in terms of the human resources nor financial resources to be able to do this kind of research, this kind of preparatory work on our own. So for us, the impact that the students are able to leave behind has essentially enabled the success story that we now globally share in terms of the Maya people's struggle to secure rights to their land.
The two former presidents of the Osgoode Students Association both told me it was the best part of law school, and I was kind of nervous about leaving for the last semester because I felt like, this is the end of an era, I'm gonna miss a lot of things, but they're absolutely correct. I tried family law, I tried criminal law, I tried commercial law, and now here I am, and I'm very confident in my decision, and I've got a really strong Indigenous legal community that surrounds me and really lifts me up, and that's how I found my job, and that's how I found a lot of the different things I've been doing.
A lot of students don't end up in Aboriginal law or doing Indigenous law, of course, but lots of students do, and we have firms that are 100% graduates of the Aboriginal Intensive. There's whole departments where they're kind of clustered.
I was blown away by the student stories of where they were and what they were doing, and it was becoming really international, and all the good work they were doing around the world. And I think that's the first time I really grasped what we had done, what we had started, what we had helped to make happen, and just how meaningful and important that work is. I have to say that Osgoode Hall, rose to the occasion. They were the kind of school I thought I was going to. It turned out to be right.